Just trying to stay on that hamstring, everybody. Perspective. Try to keep that perspective. Man, early morning, let it begin. That's what I posted yesterday. Let it begin. The work is on, everyone. It is on for Zagama. I have never been more impressed with the response of a organizing committee, if I can put it that way, or whoever's in charge of the Zagama social media. Kudos to you, because whenever I have a question about the course or about elevation or aid stations or what have you, they are on it. I mean, within a couple hours, I have a response. So I am very grateful for that. Just trying to strategize, get the game plan down. Seasons of life. We're back. We're driving. Going up I-70. You know, heading to the mountains. And it's like a hop, skip, and a jump ago, I was saying sayonara to the mountains last, what was it? I don't know, was it last November? I'm trying to remember the last mountain run of 2021. And then you wait, and you let the snow fall, and you hunker in, and you get cozy in your bed, and you don't wake up at 4 a.m. And you just like, it's like that's a season of life, and that's a good hibernation season of life. And then spring arrives, and we're able to go out again a little bit, you know, it's not time yet. We're not going up grazing Tories today, but it's like, I don't know, just recognizing seasons of life, like we all go through them, whether we have good seasons and, you know, tough seasons. And it keeps happening, and it's a cycle. And I think as I get older, and I'm not old, I know I'm always saying I'm older. It's a little bit in jest. But it's like, as I do get a little bit older, you just recognize these patterns that you learn from over time, through the repetition of life, of the seasons. And it's, you know, spring is sprung, and it's just a beautiful thing. It's time to open up again and get out into the world. Be in the world, but not of the world. Be in the world, but not of the world. All right. Upward we go. Still cruising. Guess we can take the headlamp off. Protecting the eyeballs today. Not just from the sun, from the wind. Predicting 50, 60 mile per hour wind gusts today. So that's gonna be intriguing. Glad I remembered to pack these. Come on, I wasn't sure if I'd get to use them this year. Here we go. Oh, yeah. We are at 12,000 feet. Almost 12, well, here in a second I'll be at 12,000 feet above sea level. It's just a nice little spot to come up. Get that red blood cells going, okay, for that mountain running coming up here in the not so distant future. All right, onward we go. Hopefully Mr. Drone doesn't fly off the mountain. Little pit stop, little water break. Don't mind if I do, everybody. Just trying to stay on that hamstring, everybody. There's those elastic bands. All right, here we go. Oh my, we're back, and the deal is this. What I'm about to share, it's probably a little thinking outside. It might not be what you expect, is the better way to put it. All right, I avoid burnout as a runner more on the mental side. I'll say and listen, this could be a detriment. It's oftentimes your strength in this world can often be a little bit of I don't want to say a vice, but it can be a challenge as well, where you push yourself so hard physically that it can actually be overtaxing yourself, especially as runners. Not every runner, but I've seen it happen in group team settings where there's a little bit too much competition on the team amongst teammates, which competition is great, but if you're always pushing the pace, always throwing down some surges on long runs or in workouts, and you're not running within the constraints of the guidance of the coach and what the coach wants, it can end up leading to overtired, injuries, so many other things, even just unhealthy maybe competition within the team, and there's a division that happens within the team. So for me, and avoiding burnout, last 2 years, I've hit 4,000 plus miles and 300,000 feet of vertical gain. That's a good chunk of running, and it doesn't even feel like I'm even scratching the surface of my training potential. And now I'm not going to go out and run 6,000 miles this year or next year or probably ever in my maybe when I'm retired I'll go out and run crazy for 1 year. But at the end of the day, I avoid burnout, and so I just was over in the other room checking the bookshelf, and I couldn't find a book, and it makes me sad. But I think by the end of the editing for today, I'm going to try and put some B-roll on the screen right now. All right, Passageways to Freedom, I believe is the name of the book, okay? So here's the deal. In the modern world, in the 21st century, we've got running gear. We've got recovery gear. We've got gear to help us overcome little aches and pains like I've got in my hamstring right now. We're very incredibly fortunate. True Love and I were watching a series on the Smithsonian Channel. Love it. Just discovered it through YouTube TV. This is not a promotion or an ad. I'm just telling you, we are learning so much about a lot of things. And that's, history is my passion. So we're going through the 1920s leading into the Great Depression and the Dust Bowl of the 1930s. I mean, I'll just say, those people, they were tough. They were tough, everybody. So for me, how I avoid burnout is that I read history. Meaning, my great-grandfather was a coal miner in southern Colorado. A coal miner. We're talking breathing in coal dust, swinging a pick, working harder than I will ever have to work in the 21st century. My grandfather, Leonard, on my mom's side, was in the army in World War II. All right, went across North Africa, through Sicily and up Italy, was captured twice and escaped twice during the war. All right, we're talking really tough. We're talking don't give up kind of attitude. So it's about 6 hours later from the point. I'm realizing I didn't even really make the point as to how I avoid burnout by reading history, by understanding my grandfather's history and his story, my great-grandfather's story, is that I've got nothing to complain about when I'm hurting, when it's a little soreness in the legs, when I don't want to wake up at 4:30 a.m. and it's like, I just think about what my great-grandfather or grandfather used to have to do to fight in World War II or go dig coal for 6 hours. See, I'm thinking like a millennial here. For 12 hours or however long his shift was. I know it wasn't 6 hours. So it's just like, it's perspective. It's all about perspective. I'm realizing I didn't drive that point home. Sorry for this random clip from my phone, but I just want to drive it home. All right, you picking up what I'm putting down? All right. Roll the tape.
And so that book, The Passageways to Freedom, he's in that book, and he's his name is in the book, and so I'm going to try and find it before the end of the day. So at the end of the day, question of the day, how do you, and listen, it could be physical, it could be mental, it could be spiritual, it could be a combination of of things that I'm not even mentioning. How do you avoid burnout as a runner? Okay, I think it's important. I think it's important to talk about. And listen, you know me though. I take 2 weeks off I take breaks after every peak race, but I also take 2 weeks off, which might have to be reduced this year to like 10 to 12 days. Anyway, I've talked about that in the past. We'll talk about that more later. But just like that mental reset, because I'm all in when I'm all in, and I'm out when I'm out. I'm getting that mental reset that recharges the batteries for, frankly, the intensity of the mountain running that began yesterday, really, for 2022. All right, everyone, that's it. Question of the day, comment of the day. We are going with where is it? Bro, you have to let go of those shorts. Talking about my shorts from yesterday. This is Dave S. Bro, you've got to let go of those shorts. Dumpster time. And I simply replied, never, never, never. I would never throw away my best shorts as far as comfort after 500 washes in the wash machine. Okay, that's just a guess. 500, but that's why they're so soft. Dave S. Oh, come on, Dave. Here we go. Tossing it to I've talked about mental fortitude, mental toughness on the vlog before. If you struggle with it, go check out this vlog right here. All right. Seek beauty, work hard, and love each other. See you tomorrow.